Okay, we're reflecting on Friday night's 0-0 draw with St Patrick's Athletic and looking ahead to tomorrow night's trip to Dalymount Park to face Bohemians. Joined by George Shelvey. George, great to be back in the team, I'm sure, on Friday night.
Yeah, really enjoyed being back out there in front of the home crowd on Friday night. I think the buzz that we got from the crowd, especially in that kind of like the start of that second half and all that, is just really nice to get back out there and feel that energy.
After a sort of a rough week, a lot of sort of change with Stephen and Padge obviously leaving, I think the fans were really sort of appreciative of the effort that the team showed on Friday night, and it just wasn't to be in terms of getting the 3 points.
Yeah, like obviously that's football, that happens. A lot has gone on this week, and as players we know kind of like our mistakes, what we bring to the cause, and we've just got to move forward. We've got to think about the game that was on Friday, and I think we put in some really good work in the week, and it showed on Friday night. I think we deserve to win that game, but obviously football isn't like that. But some early signs of some real good bases kicking in, and we know what our quality is like, and we know what we can do on the football pitch as a team. So we're just progressing through that. From
a defensive point of view, it's 3 clean sheets at home, which is probably overlooked because we haven't won those games. But that's in any other sort of, if you're on a good run, that's a really impressive sort of stat.
Absolutely. I think us as a defensive unit has been really good at home. We kind of like, there's been a lot of changes and stuff like that. But I think as a defensive line, like we know each other a lot now, and we've strung those clean sheets together at home, and on other days that they could be 1-2-0 victories that kind of like climb us up the table, and but again, that's football, and we've just got to keep doing what we can do, keeping them out the net, so we have every chance to get in as many points as possible.
The other end of the pitch is obviously it's a concern. We've only scored 3 in the first series of games, but you can see the other night we just need something maybe to bounce our way, and it might just set us off.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
I think it's just going to be a snowball effect. I think, like I say, the quality we've got in our forwards and our attacking players is, I'd put them up to everyone in the league. And yeah, things aren't just bouncing for us, but like you can't just kind of like think it's going to happen. You've got to go and make it happen, and hopefully on Monday it kind of like we just get the ball rolling a little bit.
I suppose the reality of the situation is it needs to start happening, doesn't it? Because of where we are in the table.
Yeah, we know what we've put ourselves in after the first 8-9 games, so we know that we need to get out of this position and start picking up real good victories and stringing some points together, because teams can get away from us very quick. I know there's still so many games left in the season, and I get that. But also at the same time, we're bottom of the pile, and we've got to get out of that as soon as possible.
Bohs tomorrow night, they're obviously going to be bouncing after a great result against Shelburne on Friday. It's obviously a rescheduled game. It's another one of those weeks where we've 3 games in a week, but it'll be tough. It'll be a tough game up in Dalymount.
Absolutely, yeah. I've heard a lot about the atmosphere over there. It's going to be bouncing, and I think we just got to kind of like grab the bull by the horns with that, and use that as our firepower. Like they played the other night, they had a great victory, and but from our point of view, we're going there to pick up the 3 points.
What's it been like personally the last 2 months? You obviously come over, signed, thrown in at the sort of thrown in for your debut against Rovers, did really well, yourself and the team, and then obviously a couple of mistakes in the Sligo game. You've been out of the team since. How's it been for yourself?
Yeah. Obviously, not going into many details, but obviously getting injured in the Shamrock game was tough for me. But I wanted to keep playing. I knew that the injury wasn't going to get much worse, but it wasn't really getting any better. But I kind of like, I said to myself, I'm gonna try and play for the team I wanted to play, and it could have been the wrong decision, could have been the right. Whatever happened, I let the team down sometimes in them games, and I did. I kind of like just said then I'm going to sort this knee out before because I don't feel 100% playing for the team, so I feel that I'd be doing a disservice to the team if I don't kind of like get my knee sorted and get back to that 100% before I put myself in the hat to to play. So took that time away for 2-3 weeks to get my knees sorted. Been training really hard since, and obviously Garts and Burnsy saw that and put me back in, and I feel like I did well to keep the clean sheet the other night.
It's obviously the toughest position on the field, isn't it, goalkeeper? Because Ross, in fairness, he's done really well in fairness, and he finds himself now on the bench. I'd say, who want to be a goalkeeper?
Absolutely, but me and Ross are really good friends, and I think it is very strange because I think you see, if you're in a football environment, you see that the goalies is people call it a GK union, and you get that wherever you go because goalies know what it's like. They know that they might play 1 week, might not play for another 10 weeks. Do you know what I mean? So it's all about kind of like having that same focus as a group, as a unit, and going, well, I'm going to push him as hard as he can go, and it's going to be the beneficial for both of us. And I think we've done that.
That bit of time you've had, sort of, we are out, obviously with the injury, you got to sort of look at the league and sort of you're obviously at every game. What have you made of it? I think I was speaking to you at the Pats game back in Richmond Park. It's probably a tougher league than I'm sure a lot of you imagined when you were coming over.
Absolutely, there's some real quality in this league that's on show, and from watching the games and being a part of the games, you kind of like, it's a lot faster than I thought it would be, and yeah, the quality's there, and obviously teams kind of like had their own play styles and to get as many points as they can and be as effective as they can. But it's been a very eye-opening experience already, that there really is a lot of quality in this league, and a lot of Irish quality of players and that are coming through. So yeah, I've been pleasantly surprised with that side of it. Yeah,
we're obviously into the second series now. Series of games, as we were saying, it's imperative now. Now that you've had that sort of bedding in period, we just need to get the wins on the board now, don't we?
I think so. Like we've kind of like we've not like made it. It's been tough to take points. Obviously, during the start of the season, it was kind of like, it's a time of a lot of new players coming together, and but we can't have that excuse anymore because we've been together for now 2-3 months. So I think it's time to just crack on and be like, yeah, we can win games week in, week out. We know we can, and it's about just showing that.
It'd be nice to get it tomorrow night.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good stuff. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Best of luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.